What's up, everyone? My name is Blue, and we are back with some more malicious compliance posts. These people are just doing what they're told in order to pull one over on the people telling them what to do. If you haven't yet, please consider subscribing to the channel. And with that, let's get into it. I'll take my time away, thanks. I work in university housing. Running dorms on a campus is a seriously emotionally manipulative job that really plays up the "we're a family" rhetoric to guilt employees to investing wild amounts of time, energy, and money into this work. To avoid burnout, one must take time away, but it has to be away, as in not just staying home because we live where we work. Our apartments are inside the buildings we run, so if we stay home, we still haven't left work. You've got to go somewhere else to really have some separation. But we get lots of guilt to avoid us taking that time away from campus. In recent months, taking time away has been made more and more complex by our supervisors. It used to be a request form that was either approved or denied the next day, and approval was almost guaranteed. Now, you submit a request form that must wait until the following Monday so it can be discussed in a closed meeting. If you want more than one day off, once your request is approved, it is considered conditional, and you must submit a written plan for what your staff will be doing while you're gone, a draft of your out-of-office email, written confirmation that another employee will babysit your buildings while you're gone, and a copy of preparation materials given to that person. To be clear, our areas absolutely do not need babysitters. It's a circus, with the hopes that there will be so many hoops to jump through, we might give up on taking our time away. Not me. I'll jump. I've earned my time off, and I'll be using it, thanks. I have a long-distance partner that I visit for 3 to 4 days every 6 weeks or so. He can't take time off like I can, as he's self-employed, and if he doesn't go to work, he doesn't get paid. So when I visit, he goes to work when he needs to, and I usually spend my day visiting with a longtime friend that lives nearby, or taking his dog on day-long adventures. But all the work I do at my job right now can be accomplished remotely. I want to take off 4 days for my next visit. I asked my boss if I could just request the time I'd actually be traveling as PTO, and then work remotely on the other weekdays/partial days during my trip. I thought this might be okay, as it would keep me occupied, and I could keep up with committee meetings, student meetings, and project timelines. My boss has never said so out loud, but I know she isn't happy with me for taking regular time off. It's been setting an example to the rest of my colleagues, who have also started taking more time off, which they should 100% be doing. Our department still runs smoothly, and my buildings are the best managed on campus. She's just upset I'm not being guilted appropriately to stay here all the time and keep working. My boss told me that she would not approve me to work remotely, as I had to be on campus to do my job. Mind you, during that meeting, I was dealing with a cold and had been approved to work from home. I asked her why that was different than working from my partner's office. She told me that because I live on campus, I could still be called upon to respond to an emergency if needed. I asked her if I ever would be called on to respond to an emergency, as I am in quarantine for illness, and I am not our designated emergency on-call person. She told me her decision was final, but if I still only wanted to take 2 days off, I could shorten my trip. I told her, no, that's fine. I just won't work at all for those 4 days. Clearly, this was not what she thought would happen. She replied that even though I would need to take PTO if I was off campus, I would still be more than welcome to attend committee and student meetings during my vacation. I told her, no thank you. If I have to take PTO, then I will not be working during that time. Thank you for answering my questions, though. She's been giving me the stink eye for the past week. I wish I felt sorry for her, but if you're going to make rules, you should be prepared for the possible outcome that people might just follow them. I hate when managers have the gall to ask you to, basically do the company a favor when you're on vacation. No, I'm on vacation to get away from the company and work and all that stuff. If you're not gonna pay me, I'm not gonna do stuff for you. I don't owe the company any favors. I work, you pay me. That's how the deal is. I took it all. My boyfriend and I broke up a few months ago, but there have been complications with the apartment because we are both on the lease and blah blah blah. But I found a new place to live and moved out last weekend. I got the important stuff out, but there were still a few small boxes left, and I didn't go through the kitchen because I didn't know what my new roommate had. My ex helped me move, and everything was going very well, and we were being cordial. Well, last night, my ex asked me to come over to pick up a few of the small boxes that were in the closet, and to say hi to his dog, who was sad that I was gone. So, I go over there. We are hanging out. I play with his dog. Everything is good. Then I asked him if he minded if I took the dish brush, because my new house didn't have one. I asked because I bought this dish brush just a couple of weeks ago, and I even splurged on a nicer one, $5, lol. Side note, I am the only person in our relationship who ever bought household items like this. I just moved into a new place where the rent is higher. I've had to pay for a moving truck and all the other little things associated with moving somewhere new. The last thing I want to do is go to the store and drop another $50 or so buying a bunch of little things I literally just bought a couple weeks ago. Apparently, asking for the dish brush triggered him, and he made the ridiculous dictate at 8 p.m. on a Wednesday, mind you, that I could take anything that's mine tonight, but anything that was here when I left that night would be his property now. I, annoyed, said no, that I don't agree to this. I immediately said the dish brush was not a big deal. I told him that I did not come prepared with boxes, bags, etc. to get everything I wanted from the kitchen. I said I could do this tomorrow or any other day of his choosing. I begged him to compromise. I told him I wouldn't take the dish brush or anything that he said he wanted. However, he only tripled down and refused to budge from his ridiculous demand. So, I became very irate. I told him that if he was going to make me move all my dishes out in plastic trash bags tonight, that I was going to take every last thing that was mine. Again, I am the only person who ever bought anything like pots, spices, utensils, cleaning supplies, etc. I was planning on leaving most of it with him because my new roommate already has a lot of this stuff. But I decided that if he was going to make such a ridiculous rule, then I would take it all. I took the dish brush, the sponges, used and unused, all my spices, the soap, the utensils, all the pots, the Tupperware, the toothpicks, the toilet paper, the pillows, the wall hooks, the coat hangers. I even took the light bulbs. I took it all. Did I yell? Yes. Was I petty? Absolutely. but I think it is quite petty to make a demand on the spot that everything I don't take tonight becomes his, when this was not the pretense under which I came over, and I was obviously not prepared. Dude wanted his ex to come over and play with the dog and chat, and they ended up taking everything because he wasn't civil. Really hope dude learned a lesson from this, although it's not like he could write it down. Can't see anything, because all the lights are gone. And that's all the time we have today for these malicious compliance stories. If you liked any of the stories, make sure to click that like button, and if you have anything to say about them, make sure to let us know in the comment section below. Also, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on any more stories. Thanks for listening, everyone. Catch you later.